So I'm back. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about, specifically where the heck have I been and what's up with the name change of this channel and all of that. So I decided let's do a little bedroom reset video and we'll just have a nice little chat. Clearly it's been a while since I have done anything to this bedroom and it's a bit of a mess again, although I will say it's not as bad as it has been in the past. If you've been here for a while, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like I have been decluttering and working on this bedroom the entirety of like every single video on this channel. And I promise you, we are going to move on to other rooms. It's just, this is the room that I really want to be done. I want it to be finished. I want one room to be finished. My God, you know, and this is where I'm supposed to unwind and relax and decompress. And that's what I need more than anything in the whole wide world right now. So that's why we're working on it again. I just really wanted to reset it, get it back to where it was before. We're going to start by making the bed. Obviously, that's the logical place to begin. I think last time I filmed a video, I had just gotten this bed. My mom had got it for us for our birthdays as a very generous birthday present for me and Blake. And I will say it has been absolutely amazing. It is so comfortable. We're super happy with it. Love it. Great improvement in the room for sure. This area of the room is just kind of upsetting that it got bad again. It was mostly trash over here, to be honest. And that suitcase that I just walked out of the room. We're the kind of people who, if we go on a trip, the suitcase, it sits out for solid 6 months after the trip. In fact, Blake was out of town on another trip at this point when I'm doing this video. He took a different suitcase though. So then we had 2 suitcases sitting out. Yay, yay us. Yay for us. It's just a problem we have getting the suitcase back into the closet. So literally it's just been sitting there for months and months. And then once one thing is out of place, it's just like a magnet and all the trash and everything just ends up getting plopped down right there. I got rid of an entire bag of trash just from stuff sitting there. And I would say it's all Blake's fault, but it's not. It's both of us. A lot of the trash, to be honest, was Blake's like CPAP trash and just, I don't even know, random packaging and stuff. And I've been trying to think of why we do this, why we just set stuff down and don't just, you know, take it downstairs and throw it away in that moment. Oh, here I'm moving this air conditioner, by the way. I'll just take a quick pause and say we've had an air conditioner unit in our bedroom over the summer, which has been amazing, but now it's winter time and I don't want it just sitting there. So I was planning to take it into the garage or have Blake take it into the garage, but he suggested let's just keep it in our closet because we actually had room in there underneath like the long hanging stuff. So I'll show you that in a bit. We decided to keep it in there and I'm okay with it because it makes more sense. It's more convenient to put it back when we need it half the year. So anyway, back to my little introspective thought process on why we just let stuff pile up instead of taking care of it in that moment. And it's very easy to tell people, oh, you're just lazy. You're just lazy, you just throw it down there and you're just not taking the time. You don't want to go up and down the stairs one more time. It's laziness. But I really, in my soul and my core, do not believe that we are lazy. I believe that we are freaking exhausted. When it comes time to go into the bedroom, to lay down at the end of the night, the last thing we want to do is take some packaging downstairs, or if he's changing out his CPAP stuff, the contraptions that he uses for, you know, breathing at night, he's about to go to bed. And I understand he works really hard. When he's coaching, he works way over 12-hour days. And It's exhausting. It just is. So he wants to just change the stuff out and go to sleep. He doesn't want to lug it all down to the garbage. Now, we need to get into a better habit of like weekly, at least, hauling that stuff down out of the room instead of just letting it pile up for months and months at a time. But I will say I don't think it's laziness. I think it's exhaustion. And that gets me to the point of where the heck have I been? Well, I do have a job. I don't just do YouTube full time. I don't just stay home with my kids. I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. And I say just, I don't say just in quotes lightly. That is a full-time job. Staying home with your kids, taking your kids to and from school, taking them to their practices, feeding them 3 meals a day, just everything, the laundry, the wiping the butts, all of it. That is a full-time job to take care of kids and take care of a house. But I also have a more than full-time job on top of that, which is a vintage reselling business that I am the sole person running this at-home business. And when that gets busy, that can be a 24-hour-a-day job. I mean, that's an exaggeration. I do sleep, but not much. It's like every waking moment I dedicate to my vintage reselling business. I do have a second YouTube channel, which is also grossly neglected. And when I get busy, I get crazy busy. And nobody else is here to clean the house. It's me. Blake really, he does some stuff, but he doesn't do the bulk of cleaning the house. It falls on me. So when I am crazy busy, everything else falls to the wayside. Pause from my tangent to say that poor Penny had been working on a hairball for quite a few days and left a lot of little spit up spots all over our carpet. So I am cleaning it and I am using Folex, which this is your PSA of the day. If you don't know about Folex, it is a miracle product for any kind of stains on fabric and carpet. Highly recommend. It's the only thing I would ever even consider using. And I'm just spraying it on, letting it sit for a little while, and then I'll come back around and scrub it all. But anyway, back to my what's going on. This is why the busyness is why I have had a little hiatus. It's why I haven't been doing any decluttering. It's why this bedroom got messy again, because I just set things down and then I don't go back and tend to it because I am exhausted. I've been working all day. I've been shipping and packaging and doing live sales, and it's been intense. So the house gets neglected. My mental health gets neglected. My self-care. What the hell is that? No clue. Never seen it. Doesn't exist. I work a lot. I really love that job. I love my job. I love owning my own small business. It's amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I need to get better at balance. I know that I do, and it's hard. It's difficult. So I am taking a break currently at this moment, almost, not quite, but as I'm doing this voiceover, it is almost the week of Thanksgiving. I've decided from Thanksgiving through New Year's, I'm not going to be doing any vintage live sales over on my reselling channel and where I do my reselling. I'm not going to be doing any live sales. I'm going to be focusing on editing the bazillion videos that I have backlogged on my hard drive and getting back to this decluttering. The second element of all of this, which relates to both decluttering the house and my vintage reselling business, is I decided that I didn't want to have a storage unit anymore. And there was a time on this channel early on, maybe even the first video of this decluttering series, we were moving a bunch of boxes to the storage unit because my vintage reselling business had kind of taken over the house. And I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want this stuff in the house anymore. I want my house back. We have a storage unit and we're just going to put it all in there and then I will slowly go through it, right? Well, the rent on the storage unit kept going up. And it got to a point where I was like, okay, this is eating into way too much of my profits. It's inventory that's just sitting over there. It's not getting sold and I'm paying money to store it. And I just got to a point where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to just be flushing money down the toilet toilet anymore month after month. So I switched gears and put the decluttering on hold, and we brought all of that stuff back to the house. I will say some of the bigger, bulkier things, like there was a big bookshelf in there, we sold that on Facebook Marketplace right away. Like, we've been actively trying to sell a bunch of the bigger, bulkier things. We also cleaned out a big section of our garage, which I should have filmed. In retrospect, looking back on it now, I could have just popped a camera up on a tripod and filmed all that, because it was impressive. Let me tell you, it was impressive. We got rid of so much stuff out of the garage, and I was able to put all of my flea market totes. I have big clear plastic tote bins that hold all of my reselling things that I take to a flea market once a month. I haven't done the flea market in many months, but that stuff was being stored in the storage unit. Now it's being stored in our own garage, and it's got a nice spot for it. It's very organized. I know where everything is. Everything's labeled and ready to go. And anytime I do a flea market again, I can just shove it all into my car and go. So I'm happy with that. That worked out great. But a lot of the vintage inventory banker boxes, or not a lot of, all of those banker boxes that you saw us move out of this house, have been moved back into this house. So I really, really wanted to be proactive about going through them all, getting that stuff listed online, selling it in live sales, or at least offering it in live sales, and then getting it listed online, getting it filed away. I do have a good system of filing away my inventory once it's listed. It was just, this was all the unlisted stuff, the stuff I hadn't put on eBay or virtual antique marketplace. I just hadn't done it yet. It was just sitting there. So I stopped all purchasing of inventory. I did these live unboxings where I was sorting through all of my stored inventory live with viewers who potentially would be wanting to buy the stuff, or just are interested in vintage and want to see what I've got. And then I was having very many live sales selling this stuff. The stuff that didn't sell in the live sale, I immediately listed on eBay and on virtual antique marketplace where I sell it. And I had this real good groove going. And I am happy to say at this very moment, as of yesterday, I have gone through every single box. Now, I will walk you through the house and we will talk in more detail about this, because just because I've gone through every single box doesn't mean every single thing is gone out of here. And my office is now a disaster, and some of the downstairs is still a disaster. But this has been such a ginormous project that is why I have not been doing decluttering videos. Like, I just physically couldn't do it, because I brought all this stuff back to the house and I had to deal with that stuff first before I could go back to where I was before we got rid of the storage unit and brought everything back over here to our house. So I just didn't have the mental capacity to also film that, because I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. And now I'm at the point where there's a little bit of stuff still lingering around, but for the most part, I'm at a good point where let's clean it up. Let's put it all in the office or the garage. And I want to get the house now reset to a point where now I can decorate for Christmas, and we can officially restart this whole decluttering project that I was working so hard on and making so much progress on in the first half of this year. Now the bedroom's done and we get the nice after shots. It wasn't perfect. This was all I really had time for on this weekend. Like I said, Blake was gone this weekend, so it was just me and the kids. I was getting interrupted constantly. There's still stuff on the dresser. Laundry wasn't completely done, but I call this a reset. You know, it's back to not being so problematic. Sure, the big totes of all of my memories are still sitting there because I don't have a good spot for them. There's still stuff to do in here, but we're gonna move on and say it's good enough. And now here we are. We're caught up. I'm sorry, I just took a shower, so I am looking like a drowned rat right now because I never blow dry my hair, but we're here. We're caught up. This is present day. This is now. I just edited what you just watched. We're current now. We're here. So I do want to walk you around and show you the current state, because what you just watched was from now 20 days ago. I never edit and then get it posted right away. This video though, this part, the second half of the video, I have hope. I believe in myself. I'm going to edit it all and you'll be seeing this tomorrow. So what you're seeing of me now is yesterday, Jamie. Fingers crossed. Who knows what the future holds? But okay, I've got 30 minutes until the kids come home. So let's do a little walkthrough and show you where, before the kids come home, as if they just like ride their bikes home, before I have to leave and go get the children from school and wait in the parking lot for 35 minutes. So that I can get a parking spot. ADHD. Okay, let me turn you around and show you now 20 days later where we're at. We will just start in the bedroom because this is where we just were. So 20 days ago, I cleaned this off and frankly, she ain't bad. I mean, she's bad, but it's tidy. I maybe have medicine on the table. That's naproxen. It's nothing too serious. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Sort of. Not really. Let's zoom out a little bit. Editing table. I was literally just sitting right here moments ago editing this video. I'll wheel this over here. Air conditioner's still gone. That's a little cat seat, window seat, which I have had in the window for a while now. Love it, but you can't close the window and have that still in there, which is a little problematic this time of year because it's freaking cold and we want to shut the window. This has become an issue again, problem. Kid artwork, mostly a package, dirty laundry. These blankets in a perfect world will go downstairs someday. This tower of Jamie's memories still needs to find a home. Shoes, I put them on top of here because I was running the Roomba and I didn't want the Roomba to eat them. But honestly, like this little stack, these can stay up here, but these should go downstairs. And that's nice and cleaned off, except for this because I was gonna dust it and then apparently I got distracted. Ooh, do we want a little dusting moment? Ooh, that's kind of gross. That's kind of bad. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Oh man, that was way worse than I realized. Back here behind the frame. Ooh, I shouldn't be doing this right now. I'm gonna have an allergy attack. I'm gonna start sneezing. I'm not gonna do this right now. We're in between putting all the laundry away. So these are all the mismatched socks, but look at how nicely they're lined up. That counts for something, right? Only have one little pile of kid stuff. My son Brody has eye problems and needs to patch one eye. So those are his eye patches. It's not that bad. He's just trying to strengthen his bad eye, his weaker eye. So he has to patch the good one for a couple hours a day. So that's what those are about. Here's my parade of camera equipment and filming things. I put them all in one spot because they were scattered all over the house. And I don't know if this is like an ADHD thing or something, but I just want to group like things and then deal with it. So that's that. This is all stuff that has to go downstairs still. And then here we are. This is frustrating because you saw me just clean this. And once again, now there's a new suitcase. I had told you that Blake was out of town and I had put the suitcase away that I was using when I was out of town. And then literally the very next day he came home and that's been sitting there for now 19 days.
Don't let a suitcase filled with cheese be your big fork and spoon.
And there's his CPAP case too, which has also been sitting there. That we had to get out. It holds like the birth certificates and stuff. We needed Brody's birth certificate for something. And so now that's sitting out. It's usually in the closet. His laundry, which never, ever, 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 ever gets into the laundry bag, which drives me freaking crazy. And that was his bag of CPAP stuff that I figured were keepers that I wanted him to look through and put away. And 19 days have gone by and there it is right there. And then this just... you know, that just happens. That just needs to be thrown away. We will go ahead and look inside of the closet because like I said, we rolled the air conditioner. Oh, and the fan, apparently. I didn't know we put the fan in there. We rolled these into here and his shirts and things are so long that you don't even really notice it and it doesn't bother me. It's out of sight, which is what matters to me. The clothes, the closet, the clothes have gotten a little lazy again of not hanging stuff up, but I think that was a good idea. Props to Blake for being like, let's just put it in the closet. You know, it would have taken how many months of sitting up here before he actually took it down into the garage. It would be time to bring it back up to use it again by the time he would actually do the work to bring it down to the garage. And I understand that because I would be the exact same way. Putting it, just rolling it into here, it just makes a lot more sense. My side of the closet, I know, is an issue again. Also, it's just apropos that the mirror is filthy. right? Like it has to be because it's us. So here's the closet. Up there's fine. Truly hasn't really changed at all. Here has gotten a little crazy again. Somehow I don't have enough hangers. So once I did every single piece of laundry, and I did buy a few new pieces of clothing and didn't declutter anything, didn't get rid of any old stuff. So I've run out of hangers. So there are extra hangers downstairs in our laundry room, but anytime I have to go to a different room to get something, it doesn't happen for months at a time. So unless I say I am actively going to handle the closet and give it a little refresh, when I put laundry away, I just flop it over the bar. So clearly it's time for a little closet refresh. Now that I have sat with the massive decluttering of my closet and we are now in a completely new season, I'm kind of reevaluating what I've kept. And I believe I can get rid of even more of the things that I didn't let go of the first round. And I just bought some more basics. A couple of just basic tank tops that I needed, and I needed some clothes for a little like weekend trip that I took a couple months ago. So I like when I buy more stuff, I want to get rid of some old because I never buy clothing. This was very, very rare for me to buy a few pieces of clothing. There was a wedding, there was a trip, there was some needs there so that I just didn't have the clothes for. And, you know, I can reevaluate. We'll do a little reevaluation, a little reset of the closet here one day. I think that's it. That's it for the bedroom. So let's keep going. As we walk onto the landing, we see evidence of Maxwell's compulsion. That is my black cat, Max. There's one there. One. That's a cat toy. 2, 3, 4 socks. This is like a little spot where he sits and hangs out, and he loves socks. And he has a cat toy even, but that's not good enough. He likes the kids' socks and Blake's socks. It's almost never my socks, honestly. It's always the kids. He likes male socks. No way to understand that. I'm going to hide the cat litter because nobody wants to see that. You might be eating dinner or something while you're watching this. So we're gonna move past. I'm just gonna say, in case Blake watches this video, I've asked you like 4 days ago to clean the cat litter or to switch the box out, and you haven't done it yet, honey. Making me a little crazy, but I love you. These were from that video that you just watched. Blake's supposed to put those down into the garage. I don't even know what they are. There's something he knows what it is, and it needs to go in the garage, and it's not there. Oh, look, more socks. Blake's sock. Oh, there's one of mine. Well, I said almost never, but there is one of mine right there. This is our shop vac, which also goes downstairs. Blake brought this upstairs because very kindly he vacuumed the boys' ceiling, which had literal dust bunnies like dripping off of it like stalactites, and he vacuumed the whole popcorn ceiling. It's still here because he's going to do our bedroom too, because ours also has the stalactite dust bunnies, but it's been a month maybe, and this is its new home apparently, so we need to deal with that. Those are the pieces, like the parts of this, and then the boys have not done a good job putting their books away because there's a bunch of other crap in the way. This box is supposed to go downstairs. There's another sock from the cat. Everyone in this house is working against me. Here is the current laundry pile, mostly kids' clothes and towels. There's more over here, and I don't even want to go in the bathroom because, as you can tell, it's really nasty. And I don't know if I have it in me to show you, but I will say the cabinets underneath, a-okay, honestly haven't even hardly been used or touched. This drawer is perfect. It's exactly the way that it was. This drawer with our toothbrushes and stuff in it has been life-changing, but it needs a reset. It's a little grubby because, you know, you brush your teeth, or like especially kids brush their teeth and then plop it back in there, and it's getting a little toothpaste scummy. But truly, hi, I'm in the mirror now. That's all I have the mental capacity and emotional availability to show you right now. We will deal with it in the future. These, which we have cleaned out, also are due for a reset. Up here, like perfect. I am going to take your advice, wonderful people, and donate all of the maxi pads. Obviously, I haven't touched them. I do not need them. Do not need. Menopause is imminent. It is fast approaching, if not already happening. So I don't need those anymore. I am going to donate them. And I think we do have a women's shelter locally that will probably take those. And I think that's a fantastic suggestion. Thank you to everyone in the comments who made that suggestion. I don't know that I would have thought of that specifically, that place to donate them to. The medicines, you know, every time we get sick, it just kind of like, or needs a Band-Aid or whatever, it just gets shoved back. So that needs a reset, but at least we have our bins, we have our zones. Ooh, needs a little oil in there too, I think. Oh, it doesn't even shut. Oh God, that's a horrible sound. This one, yeah, that needs a reset too, but still like not so bad. It's not the worst. I think there's just a few random things that have been shoved, but I'm okay with it. It's still somewhat organized. I redid the bookshelf. That's looking lovely still. Love this for us that we no longer have ledges in front of the books to place things, because now we can't place things there. It stays pretty. We're walking, there's laundry. This is the donate pile. I just always have a current running donate pile. This is all kid clothing, except for some books and maybe a couple little things that are mine. I did start filming their bedroom declutter because that's next on this list. We'll turn the light on. One of the light bulbs is burnt out, so that's part of what we need to do in here. I mean, look, it's a kid's room. There's problems in here. There's stuffed animal mountain, but I did go through their clothing, their closet clothing. That'll be in an upcoming video because I like started their room. I did the closet. I got rid of their clothes that they were outgrown of. And that was, when was that? I think that was at the end of the last school year, right before summer break. And then we went to Oregon for like a month visiting my family, and that threw me completely off. And then we came home and then we were busy with summer stuff. That was the start of me stopping the declutter series. We took a break to go on a long vacation. And then it was like, from that moment on, it was all engines go for clearing the storage unit out. And so it was, we just switched gears. And so now we can jump back in here. I will say yesterday, obviously their beds are messed up now because they slept in them again last night. But yesterday morning, they both made their beds without me asking them to. Obviously today, the habit did not continue, but I was happy with that as a mother. They were, oh my gosh, Penny, I didn't even see you there. Hi, princess. Are you just having a little quiet moment in here? I'm so sorry. I wouldn't have been so obnoxious if I knew you were in here sleeping. I was proud that they both just decided to be good little tidy children and make their beds. And I know that they do want their room to be clean. The biggest problem in here is obviously just throwing laundry on the floor, and then the stuffed animals not having a good home. This whole void in the bottom of the closet that you can't hardly see, it's all empty in there. And I really want to get a big giant bin and get all the stuffed animals, at least all the small ones. These big giant squishmallow things can probably just stay on their bed, but I want to get them all in there, and then they'd be able to like walk right here, open the closet and pull out the stuffed animals they want. And then there's an actual place for them to put them away. Go figure. Imagine that. What a concept. And then there's just like a few too many little random things in here that don't have a home. And we have the entire wasted space of the top of the closet that I haven't gone through yet. So this will possibly be soon, this room. I had wanted to do this next so that the whole upstairs was done, but so much time has gone by. Now I do want to start working on the downstairs because, well, let me show you. It is almost Christmas and I want to decorate for Christmas. I am not going to film as I walk down these stairs, which I will tell you the reason for that once I get down there. So now that I'm down here safely on 2 feet on flat ground, I will tell you one of the other things I have been dealing with is an injury. I fell down the stairs like a dummy. I didn't like fall down the stairs, but I fell like off the stairs and I busted my knee so bad, you guys. I landed on right here on this ground, which is a really gross rug, but with basically no padding on hard tile floor. It was a little bit of a cushion, but basically all it did was skin my knee on top of it, like rug burned all the skin off of my knee, and I busted my knee super bad. I was cleaning off the stairs so that, you know, no one fell on the clutter on the stairs and hurt themselves. So while I was doing that, I fell off the stairs and hurt myself. And it was really stupid. I was just, you know, moving too fast and not being careful, which now I realize as we get older, we need to move slower and be careful when we are on stairs, because if we fall off, like we can't fall. I can't fall. I can't fall down. I am over 40. We just can't be falling anymore, you guys. The bounce back. It's been months and my knee is still not 100% okay. I'm thankful I didn't break anything. I'm thankful nothing super serious happened. I didn't blow out my knee, but I just severely bruised it. They said it was a bone bruise, which I don't even really know exactly what that is. And then like all of the skin was off of my knee. So yeah, it sucked. But I was on the second step, right? Facing all of this crap. It wasn't this crap. It has been replaced. New crap is here now. The crap that I was cleaning up, it continued and I finished cleaning it all up. But I was cleaning off the crap. I was on the second step. I thought I was on the first step. So I was on the second step and I stepped all the way back thinking I was here, just taking a step back to here. But I was on the second step, so I go to step back, and it was just air. And I just, there was nothing. There was air. Like, I stepped way past this step from here. I was like, and I tumbled down. I landed on my left knee. I was home alone at the time. I was thinking, like, this is I've fallen and I can't get up moment. Like, I didn't even know where my phone was. I couldn't call for help. Luckily, I just flopped around on the ground for a little while, like writhing in pain, and was able to get up and move on with my life. But it was bad. I was hurt, and I'm never cleaning the stairs ever again now because of that. I'm protesting my mom duties. No, I will clean it soon, and I'm super careful on the stairs. This is the third time as a grown-up I have fallen down the stairs. The first 2 times were at our last apartment and they were not carpeted stairs and I fell on the stairs. That was bad. That was worse. It was as bad because my knee got really jacked up, but it was as bad. They were hardwood planks. Yeah, it was terrible. And I have to be more intentional with my movements and hold on to the railing and don't be carrying 5 billion things when I'm walking on the stairs. It's just hard. It's hard to do that. So let's continue. This problem here, this dresser thing used to be right here. We got this new beautiful hall tree, which also needs a reset. This is a vintage piece, if you can't tell. Hi, I'm in the mirror. It's collecting a few things, but it doesn't collect as much as this did. But now this has been sitting over here for 6 months, probably, because I need to clean out the drawers and get rid of all this crap. Look, I would bet you I don't need even 10% of what's in these drawers. I would bet, yeah, like these are baby bowls. They're magnetic baby bowls for a high chair that we had when our children were in a high chair. They're in 1st and 3rd grade now. So clearly those need to be dealt with. We got a lot of books from a friend for the kids, but they need to get up there into their bookshelf, which needs to be cleaned out first, etc., etc. Chain reaction. Also another bag of just rubble. That stuff came out of here. I don't know when or how or why, but it did. This is the closet of despair. Scream with me. Ah! This has problems in here. We have not dealt with this yet. This is where the suitcases go, which is why we never put the suitcases away. And then the living room. Let's just take a nice slow moment and soak it all in. She's not as bad as she has been, but she's not good right now. This bin is left over from our vacation we took at the beginning of summer in June. No, June? Yeah, June, July. We got home at the end of July. This has been here since the end of July. It's almost Thanksgiving. Yeah. This is what we do when we're cleaning up the floor so that I can run the Roomba. We just shove everything on this table. Works great. but then we never clean the table off, which would be the logical next step. It's like, okay, we put everything on the table, the room was going. Now let's file this stuff all away into your closet, which I should have filmed this too. I didn't think of it. This is their toy closet. It was literally spilling out on, like, this whole area was toys and just junk. This is a problem again. I have to reset this like once a week. Honestly, this is where they do their homework and artwork, and it just gets like this. They're little crazy wild animal artists, and I want to nurture that, and I let them just go nuts, and then it gets overwhelming, and then I have to clean it, which is fine. I got them a trash can though. That's helped. And we cleaned this out the other day, or maybe a couple months ago, I guess. It's getting a little bit chaotic again with some stuff on the floor, but for the most part, I wish you saw the before because we're organized, okay? Dinosaur Land is over there in the corner. Just a couple little things they played with and didn't put back exactly where they belong. But there's a spot for every little stupid trinkety toy that they have, right? Like there's all the Ninja Turtles and they put them away. There's all the little tiny dinosaurs. This got a little bit chaotic because obviously there needs to be a better system for this stuff. So we're working on it. We're getting there. Look, he even put all of his little Minecraft swords right here. I didn't tell him to put those there. Brody just decided that's where they go and he stacked them all up there really nicely. So like I'm giving them a solid B+ right now for the toy closet. Like we're good. We're good. Huge improvement. The fact that I can stand right here and do this is a huge improvement. That needs to get dealt with. Those are toys. So then let's get to over here, the banker boxes. These are the ones that are left. Again, I didn't take a picture or video. I may have taken a picture actually. They were stacked all right here, about eye level for me. I'm 5'5", so probably 5 feet tall, stacked all the way. And the office is a disaster, which I'll show you also. This is what's left. I have gone through this stuff. That goes in the garage. It has a spot for it, but it's some of the bigger, bulkier things that don't fit in bins. Some of it is going away soon on Facebook Marketplace. That's not a real cat. That's a stuffed animal. At least there's a plan for all this. All of the stuff in this bin has been listed online. All of this stuff has been gone through. Some of that has been sold and listed. It's so much better than it was. This stuff all just is sitting out because I just took pictures of it to list it on Facebook Marketplace. I will clear that away. The Facebook Marketplace stuff needs to go into the reselling closet that's over there that is blocked right now with bins. So that's a problem. We gotta address that so I can move it from here to there and get it out of sight. This toy game, these are games and some Lego things. This needs to be decluttered. There's lots of games that they've outgrown, let's put it that way. They're too young for them. They're not interested in them anymore. There's some they have just forgotten about, and we haven't played games. We haven't been doing game night, which I'm sad about because we were doing that. There's some of my stuff too, which I don't want over here anymore. Yeah, this needs to get decluttered for sure. And now it's time for me to go pick the kids up from school. I didn't get through the whole walkthrough, so pause for me, not for you. I gotta go get the kiddos and then we'll come back and I'll show you the rest of the house. Well, my hair's a little drier. I have returned from picking up the kids at school and I am here without any children because I thought today was a short day and it wasn't. I'm just a moron. I thought they had minimum day today. I told the kids they have minimum day today. I sent them to school saying, I'll see you soon. It's minimum day. No, it's not. Oh, my face is really red from being outside. So I drove to the school and sat in the parking lot for 30 minutes like an idiot, scrolling on my phone, just having a grand old time. And I look up because I'm like, shouldn't they be getting out? Why are they still playing outside? Like sometimes they play at the end of the day in the yard and stuff. And no, they were at lunch. And they weren't going in to be released because they still have another hour and a half of school. And so when I looked up and I realized there were no other parents anywhere, I was just sitting in the parking lot like a creeper staring at the kids playing at lunch. So I texted Blake and I told him that his wife's an idiot. It says in the family calendar minimum day, but it's because Blake has a minimum day at school today. Blake does. That minimum day was Blake's minimum day. You know, they send like what's happening this week kind of messages to the parents, and they've been saying the day before the break is a minimum day, but they said winter break. And in my mind, because Thanksgiving break is the next break coming up, my mind just saw winter break and read Thanksgiving break and thought that today was a minimum day. It said minimum day on the family calendar. Blake has a minimum day. The kids don't have a minimum day. So I texted Blake and I said, what happened? And we laughed. And he said, well, the good thing is he can pick the kids up from school because he does have a minimum day and he can get there on time. And the kids love it when Blake picks them up. He hardly ever gets to do that. So that's going to be a fun little surprise for them that daddy's there. So I'm back and I drove through Del Taco to get some comfort food. Not the best health choice in the world, but that's what I've done because now I'm going to eat my feelings and then we'll continue our little tour of the messy house because now I have time again. I have a solid hour now until they get home. Ugh, so I never make mistakes like this. I feel so stupid, but at least I will say, at least it wasn't the opposite mistake and they had a minimum day and I thought it was a long day and I didn't show up to pick my children up from school. Obviously that would have been significantly worse. Instead, I was just sitting like a creeper in the school parking lot staring at the kids. Okay. Okay, now that I have sufficiently eaten my feelings, we can continue our tour of this dump. Pretty much as is, as per usual. I am going to say this is coming very soon because it's driving me nuts. I may not get to the whole kitchen, but we're at least going to do this cupboard, the pantry. And up here is more, that's where we keep the snacks. And I'm thinking of moving the snacks back down to the bottom so the kids can access it themselves. But that also might not be the best idea because Brody has had a little problem with sneaking too much food lately. You know, he's got the same issues Blake and I do about overeating and stuff. It's hereditary. What can I say? So it might not be the best idea, but the plates and stuff down here piss me off and I would rather have them up there. And then also not having to get the bin down for them every time they need something or want a snack, you know? I don't know. It depends on if I can trust Brody or not. We might give it a test run and see if he can have more self-control than his parents do. You know, this just, it is what it is. We got, there's, honestly, if I could get the cereal in there or even the cereal down at the bottom, that might be ideal too because Bo has been making his own cereal lately. He's having a little bit of an independent breakthrough lately and wanting to do stuff himself. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, here's something we've done new. The cat food is on the counter now, which I'm sure will gross out a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people, and this is done from this morning, I'm sure a lot of people will say, that's unsanitary, that's unhygienic, that's disgusting, what just terrible parents you are. I'm sure people have all sorts of stuff to say about that. But we do not eat on this counter, us human beings in this house. We don't really use it for anything other than just storing a bunch of crap that doesn't belong. And we had an ant problem when the food was down here. There just are ants here in this neighborhood. Like, it's not our fault. It is what it is. Like, Huntington Beach is on a giant ant hill, apparently. And for years and years, they haven't found the cat food. We've been safe with the cat food just right there in this little spot on the floor where it used to be. And in this last bout of ant issues that we had earlier, I guess in the summer, they found the cat food. So I moved it up here and I've actually liked it better up here. And now we're keeping it up here. Down here, it got the mess of them just eating messy and getting cat food everywhere. I would just leave it. I would just never clean it up. Up here, when there's like a little speck of food, I like wipe it off because I'm already, it's at eye level. I don't know. I just keep it I keep it nicer when it's up here. Down here, we kick it. The Roomba comes through and always like drags the cat food all over like, it's just a problem. It's a problem down there. So you can tell me how disgusting we are and how gross it is to have cats on the countertops or whatever you want to say to criticize me, but I like it right here and I think it's fine. Moving on. This needs to get dealt with. This is our coffee bar area. We pulled out some of the Christmas stuff, very minimal amount of Christmas stuff, because some of the stuff I was selling was mixed in with some of our own stuff. So I put the mugs, the Christmas mugs, out, but I didn't put our regular mugs away. But they're supposed to go down there anyway. But I don't even use this little spinny thing, and the whole thing needs to get reassessed. Obviously, it needs to be decluttered, and some of the stuff needs to just be gone. This area needs to be dealt with. This room did get some work done. You haven't seen it yet, but that whole monstrosity, I filmed us putting this here, and I just haven't released that footage yet. It might be the next video because, like, let's just put it out there and give you something to watch, you know, and you can see how it got to this point. This looks like a pile of rubbish, and this is laundry. Yes, you just saw me put away the laundry, but that was like 20 days ago laundry. This is now laundry. That's this week's laundry, or yesterday's laundry. And it just needs to go upstairs and be folded and put away. This, which looks like a pile of rubbish, the sweatshirt is just Blake's issue. These are empty, collapsed, and not yet collapsed banker boxes. This is evidence of my progress, you guys. This is actually a good thing. I don't know what to do with them just yet. Those are shipping boxes that don't really belong here. And that's our... That's the rowing machine, you guys, from how many months ago when I did the... when I did the bedroom, and I said, I'm going to give Blake 1 week to sell this rowing machine. Otherwise, I'm going to donate it. Here it is. Still, he just keeps telling me he's going to list it. He's going to list it. He's going to list it. No, don't donate it. He's going to sell it. And it's sat here for 6 months. Easily, if not more. I don't even remember when I said that. Hopefully now that he has a week off of work, I will push him to deal with this. One way or the other. I'm not letting this stay here through Christmas. I'm just not. So yeah, I don't know what to do with these. I don't know if I should store them somewhere. I don't know if I will ever need them again. I mean, banker boxes, they're not cheap, and I just kept buying more and more and more. Or if I could just put them on Facebook Marketplace and say, free banker boxes, come and get them. You know, if anything, I will pluck out the best ones that are in the best condition and trade them out with some of the ones that I have that kind of are falling apart. And then maybe I'll just trash the ones that are ruined. Some of the lids are ruined and stuff, so maybe I'll do that. But look at all the progress. I mean, all these were filled with stuff, you guys. Every single last one of these was filled to the brim with inventory, and I have gone through it, and I've sold it, and I've listed it, and I've filed it away, and it does feel like an elephant has lifted off of my shoulders, to be honest with you. Laundry that's being currently worked on. More laundry that is clean that needs to be folded. This is kind of Blake's territory. My stuff has stayed out of here for the most part. I've got one box here that really needs to go into the office. We have some leftover Halloween costumes and my camera stuff that I was going through. So these two little piles, I guess, are mine and the kids. The rest is Blake's records and tapes and things, and I don't know what his intentions are in here. So as far as I'm concerned, not that bad as far as work that I need to do. That needs to be dealt with. That's just pure pandemonium up there. The washer is not on right now, which is a sign that I need to put a load of laundry in. There's always laundry to be done. We could just be running laundry 24/7. Hi, Maxwell. Are you listening to me? More empty boxes. And that's the Christmas bin that I said we got out. I don't know what's in. Oh, that's Thanksgiving stuff. Thanksgiving decor that needs to get filed away into the Thanksgiving bin that's in the garage, because we're not decorating for Thanksgiving. We're not having Thanksgiving here. We're going out of town. So I don't need to pull all that stuff out for anything. And obviously it's not in a state to be decorated for. We're going to skip straight to Christmas. That bin does have Christmas stuff in it. It's about half full now because I sold a bunch of stuff out of there. And then we're back to where we were. Woo, we kicked Blake's sandals. These three bins are for a sale I'm having this coming Sunday. So those will be gone. This one is going to get added to flea market bin. These two and those two are going to end up having to go into the office. That big box is not very full. It's got a few things in it, and it's actually our like scrapbooks and things that go into the closet in the office. All this is, hi baby. Hi baby. Oh God. Hi, Max. Oh, why are you scratching me? You want to play? Ouch! Ouch! That was not nice. That was not nice. Oh no. You're frisky right now. Anyway, that box is going to be gone like by tomorrow. This is what I'm working on next. Those I'll just put in the office. That one goes in the garage. That one, I'm not sure because that stuff's all listed, but it should be put in bins better than that. And then this stuff is Facebook Marketplace, and I guess that one bin needs to go back in the office too. And then Facebook Marketplace on this is Facebook Marketplace. Messy couch, but not too bad. I do have a half a bin to put stuff in right there. That one can go in the garage too. We already talked about this. I'm going to clean off the stairs soon. Now we get into this area. This is last. This was always intended to be last to declutter and organize and fix because this is my office and this is where the reselling happens. This is where the Tower of Banker boxes is living right now. Inside this closet, this is my linen closet, which we've gone through, which I can peek on this side. Hey, she's still pretty, you guys. Look at her. This is supposed to go in here where the party supply stuff is, but obviously we're crammed. So that is still good though. It is. And it's not just because it's inaccessible. It's because we've been keeping it nice. This one is still good too because it's been inaccessible. You can't even open it. But that's where all of the Facebook Marketplace, big bulky things, they're supposed to go in here. The stuff that I have listed. And I do want to get that back going, but I have to deal with all of this stuff first. This is all flea market. It's all flea market. Or in the meantime, since I'm not doing a flea market in the next few months, it's going to be Facebook Marketplace, which is easy. People are going on there to buy Christmas presents right now. It's like a good time to list that stuff. In here, I'm not going to go through what every single thing is in here, but basically this is the state right now. The next video, the one that I filmed months and months and months ago, I want to say it was like January when I filmed it. It was in regards to that cabinet that's back there that you can't really see because there's a big bubble wrap roll in front of it. That was in the lounge where that bookshelf is that I said we just got that bookshelf and put that in there and I filmed it. That was in there and had to come in here so that he could put the new bookshelf in the lounge. So there is a video of us kind of dealing with some of this and I'll show it to you, but obviously because it's been almost a year, it has evolved and I have been working in here and I have been using this space. And about 2 weeks ago, this whole area was clear. It was empty, but this is a lot of the inventory from the storage unit and that's just where I put it. This, if I can get in here, this room is looking very good. And the reason it has to stay like this is because all of that in all of those boxes is my listed inventory. So I have to be able to access it very, very easily and quickly when something sells. And my system of organization in there is perfect. To be honest with you, it's absolutely perfect. It works for me perfectly. So I'm very organized and a lot of progress has been made in here. I know it just doesn't look like it because of the whole storage unit clean out situation. And I don't feel as bad looking around here, knowing that I know what everything is now. I know what's in all of these bins and what it's for and when I'm selling it, or if I have already listed it, it's gonna go in here and be filed away. And the system is working. It just needs more maintenance. So that's where we're at in this place. And the mannequin head is still here, just for everyone's pleasure. And that's Blake's desk, which isn't as bad as it sometimes can be, but Holy crap, that's a lot of Diet Pepsi. So that's the whole house tour. I would love to hear from you if you've made it to the end of this video, which if you have, brava, congratulations, thank you. I appreciate that. You didn't get so sick of me and my messy house that you just like, no, I can't watch this anymore. I gotta click off of her. I would like to hear from you. What? Max? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the camera. Don't jump on that box. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, he did it anyway. Hi. You couldn't help yourself, huh? So other than this office, because I'm not doing this next. This is going to be storage for all the stuff that's out there. Gosh, my cheeks got like a rosacea thing going on right now. This office is still going to be last, no matter how I slice it. Cat. God, I gotta get away from him. He's literally attacking me. He doesn't like me talking into the camera, not giving him attention. Where would you like to see me declutter next? Yeah, there's going to be like moving those boxes and stuff and decorating for Christmas. That's going to happen because that's where all those boxes are in the living room. That's where the tree goes. So obviously all that's going to be coming in here, which is fine because I needed this to be more open so I could do my live sales from this room. But now I'm taking like a month off of that so I can make this a shit show even worse than it is once again. But I'm leaning towards kitchen. I'll show you some of the old footage that I haven't released yet. I did start the kids' room already, so I could go in there. They're gonna be home for the next week, so I don't know if that helps or hurts things as far as filming in there. Because the pantry is bugging me so much in the kitchen, and it would just be nice to have a clean, functional, decluttered kitchen, I'm kind of leaning towards, Max, stop it. Kind of leaning towards doing the kitchen next. I don't know what his problem is right now. What do you want from me? What do you want? Do you think I have food? Oh, he's not mean. He's not vicious. I promise. He's not. He's just being real feisty right now. Those bites, they don't do anything. He's just like, nah. You're weird. You're being weird right now. He probably just wants me to sit down so that he can get on my lap and cuddle. And he's mad that I'm not doing that, so he's attacking me. Anyway, let me know what you want to see me tackle next. Let me know what are the problem areas in your own home, because that's kind of the whole point of why I video this stuff, is to motivate, and you can learn from my mistakes and we can all be attacked by our cats together. I don't know. I feel like maybe I can do some good somehow by showing you my struggles and my house and our chaos. Huh. Oh yeah, that brings me to the name change. I didn't even mention it. It's Jamie Chaotic. It just fit, you know? And I've decided it gives me an opportunity to make this channel whatever I want it to be. It's not necessarily so focused as a family channel, which is how it started, like kid vlogs and stuff. Yes, the kids want their own YouTube channel. But this channel has evolved, and obviously it's been almost a year. It's been like 10 months since we started the decluttering. And since I took such a big break, it's not ending anytime soon. So it's a decluttering channel right now. Will it ever not be a decluttering channel? I don't know, because this is a lifelong thing. Once I'm done, I'm sure we'll just be starting all over again, and it's constant, right? Like, it's a constant evolution of getting rid of stuff, working towards not just having so much to begin with, and keeping things clean. It's a lifelong thing. So I decided Jamie Chaotic fit best. It can be whatever I want it to be. And let's be honest, even when this whole place is done, if it ever is done, it's not like my life is not going to be chaotic. My brain is chaotic. It's not going to ever not be chaos. My life is chaos. I have 2 little kids. There's neurodivergence running rampant in this house, and there's just always a lot going on. I have a reselling business. I have a family. My husband is a teacher. You know, that's always chaos. So Jamie Chaotic, it just fit. That's where we are. And that's where we're gonna stay. This is the third name change on this channel, but it didn't have a focus. The channel didn't have a focus. It didn't have a direction. It didn't have a purpose. I didn't totally know what I wanted to do with it yet, and now I do. And we're locked in, and it's full steam ahead for decluttering the rest of this chaotic hellhole that we live in. It's not a hellhole. I love my house. We're fine. We are. I say that now, and I'm sure I'll be crying on here, decluttering and cleaning some nasty bathroom or something. Oh, I didn't show Blake's bathroom. You don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. It's like hazmat team needs to come in to Blake's bathroom. It's not good, you guys. It's not good. I don't even know. I'm going to have to call a cleaning crew. I don't know. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going in there. I'm not doing it. Blake can do it himself. It's his bathroom. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave you for today. I think I covered everything. If I didn't, we'll talk about it in a future video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A million times thank you for staying through my hiatus. If you were here before and you're still here, I love you so much. Thank you for not bailing out on me. Thank you for continuing to have faith in me that we can do this. And your support means everything to me. If you're new here, I promise I am dedicated to providing content more frequently. This house has to get handled. I'm motivated, I'm ready, I'm determined. I don't foresee, knock on wood, any other big hiccups that are going to derail me, like needing to leave a storage unit. So I think we're good now. I think we're stable. We have stopped the bleeding and now we just need to stitch up the wound. So join! Subscribe. All that to say, subscribe. Hang out with us in this messy, chaotic house. Like this video because it helps people know that I'm back. It helps put the video in front of new eyes and it helps the channel grow. I've said enough. My throat hurts. Time to stop talking. Thank you guys for being here and I'll see you again really soon. Really, really, really soon. Bye, everyone.